Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless coming at you today with another video. Now here in my hands, a pair of the Aztec Ripstop Workpants from the company White Duck. White Duck is a company who makes some fantastic products, everything from canvas tents to log hauling accessories, different things like, and I've covered it on my channel in the past, dog beds, and in today's video, their work product series. So here, the Aztec Work Pants. And so this particular pair here, I've worn at length for a couple of weeks, and I really do have some wonderful impressions. This pair here, brandy new. I'm gonna bust these out of the package so you can look at them in good quality detail. So when we come back, we're gonna get a look at these. But with that said, I have a whole bunch to do and a whole bunch to share with you. And if you're interested in seeing a little bit more about what I'm about to get into, do me a favor, stay tuned. Now, before we get too far, I would like to say thank you very much to the people at White Duck who did provide these for review. And if you like what you see here today, do me a favor and take a look at the description box below where you can get all of the details. And so as we get into these here, two different colors. This is kind of like a charcoal gray. And then this here, more like your, I would call it like a coyote tan. Now, both of these are cargo style pants, a little bit, and again, these are work pants, but I'm gonna say tactical. These are absolutely tactical pants, and that's how they're marketing these. So the Aztec Tactical Series Ripstop Tactical Pants. Now, I love that about these. I greatly enjoy tactical style pants for my everyday use. Wearing them to work, wearing them around the house, wearing them for some of my adventures because they are very well featured, durable, and just have a lot of the little bells and whistles that help me keep things managed. And so as we get into these, I mean, already, like I mentioned, I have worn this particular pair now for a couple of weeks. And when I say a couple of weeks, I mean, I've literally probably worn these on my body for like 14 plus days, which gave me an excellent impression. Now, I intentionally did not wash these. I intentionally left them exactly as I wore them to show you how they've held up after a number of different times wearing them, how durable they are, how they actually kind of, you know, have just held up with the little bits and pieces of stains and whatnot. So far, no problems, very comfortable, and awesome features. But with the fresh pair here, seeing how they come right out of the packaging. Again, White Duck doing a marvelous job with their pants. These are absolutely no exception. And actually funny, right away, I see a difference in these pairs, which is interesting. I did not see this coming. So the difference right away, as you can see, there's actually no loops on this particular pair. So the gray pair doesn't have a loop, where on the tan pair, it does. So it's got a little bit of a loop and a D-ring keeper, which is awesome. I love that because you can clip your keys. I do leverage my keys all the time to clip onto this, and then you can drop them down into this pocket to keep them tucked away. That's actually really nice. So the fact that it's not on this pair is kind of funny. I don't know if that was an oversight or if this is an older model. But regardless, as we go through these in detail, you can see right away on top. Now, I wear a 33, 34. Generally, I kind of dance between a 32, 34 and a 33, 34. I opted for the 32, 34, and these fit me just fine. I would like a little more room. These are just a touch. And when I say a touch, I mean a touch tight. But the reason why I went with the smaller size, I knew these had the elasticized waistband. That is awesome. The flex and give that you get throughout the day with that just adds so much comfort. And the irony is I wear a gun belt, so I get the, you know, flex and give with the pants, and then the rigidity with the gun belt kind of sort of does me in. But you can see here just a nice overall flex and capability there. Now, as we open these up, these are a double button design. So you have a matte style button right on the front with the Work by White Duck logo. So that's cool. A little bit rubberized to the touch. Now, at first, this button is quite tight. What I found is right away, This is super, super snug. And as I try to get this open, it's just like gonna tug a little bit and be a little bit difficult, and I'm gonna have to work at it. But over time, that did loosen up nicely. And in fact, on this pair, it's perfect. So that does work well. You can see the little rubberized sort of, coating has now rubbed off in a fairly short amount of time, and it's just a sort of shiny plastic button underneath. So a little bit of a rubberized feel does kind of rub off, but not a big deal. And as we open this up, nice quality zippers, good quality hardware, and then on the inside, that second button. So again, a dual button design. I found that for the most part, I don't use that double button. I don't necessarily need it, and it just gets in the way of things I need to do, like quite frankly going to the bathroom. But the fact that it's there for those who like that, that's going to be a bonus. Beautifully trimmed all the way around. As you take a look at the trim here, very nicely done. It's a good quality trim. Now, just a little bit of something to note. This is just a little bit rough, just a little bit. So if you have exposed skin, that can wear just a little bit over time. It doesn't really bother me, but it's like the edge of the elastic band or something like that, and then how they had to stitch it. But it is just a consideration. Again, not a deal breaker. It's just a little bit rough. So what I found is I do very much enjoy these when I have a t-shirt or an undershirt tucked in. That works just fine, perfect, no problem. It's just when you have exposed skin that can just be a little bit irritating, but again, not a big deal. And as we work through the exterior of the pants, you can see here, these loops do accommodate a 1 3/4 inch webbing belt, which is awesome. So sometimes my tactical pants, even though they're tactical pants, don't give me the option to run the wider belt. So having that ability here with the White Duck work pants, that's awesome. I found the pocket layout to be fantastic. I do greatly enjoy the way they've done this, and everything comes together nicely. So from your reinforced pockets, you can see how the front pockets come down at an angle. That's just an awesome, awesome location for a knife, which when you slide it into the pocket, having the reinforcement has been fantastic. So no problem there. And the fact that you're just not going to beat up on your pocket, that works out very well. Depending on the clip, it may go one way or another, but you'll see that does work nicely. The other thing that I found I greatly enjoy along the front, the fact that it's got these real simple pockets right on the front. Again, for me, that's worked out extremely well, where I do tend to carry a knife on one side, and you can easily carry your EDC flashlight on the other side. So that's actually worked out very well. Kind of more on your lap and, on your thighs versus, in your pockets. And it frees up your pockets for the ability to put other items, which is awesome. So that's been great. You do end up with a small coin pocket, which again, I have leveraged quite a bit. I carry a couple little odds and ends and items in there. You could put a couple of bills. Very simple and very nicely done. So the pocket layout on the front of the pants has been fantastic. Working my way down the legs. Now, of course, as I mentioned, these are cargo style pants. So cargo pockets being one of the key features. As we open these up, simple and Velcro enclosures, they do work nicely. You'll notice that they are gusseted, so they do open up just a little bit, but when you're not using those pockets, they sit down nice and flat. On the inside, not a lot to it, pretty straightforward, just an open pocket, no real subdivided capabilities. But the one thing that, again, I have found I greatly like about the way they did this, and thinking a little bit tactical, this has been awesome. If you take a look at the top of the pockets here, again, the ability to leverage just this little gap here and slide things like, say, for example, my flashlight. So I've been able to leverage that little slit there to get my flashlight into that pocket, and it doesn't consume space in my other pockets. Now, of course, you do need to be a little bit mindful of the fact that at this point, you have more limited access to the inside of your cargo pocket, but at the same time, that does work very well for ease of access, and I have enjoyed that about these. The Aztec pants being nice and durable, reinforced on the knees, doubling up on that ripstop material. perfect, working very well, nice and durable. And in fact, again, I've just been beating up on this pair, and these still look pristine. I've knelt down a whole bunch of times in a number of different areas on pavement and dirt and debris and whatnot, so no problem at all. These have held up wonderfully. And keeping in mind the fact that these are a cotton polyester blend, so although they can be a little bit on the heavy side, they do a decent job at breathing. I'm not going to say they're the best, but at the same time, you know, I haven't been overly hot in these. I feel like the cotton and polyester blend is about perfect. So again, just nicely done. And as we spin these around, you can see on the back side, you do end up with a couple of other nice quality pockets, very similar in construction, where you end up with just that nice little Velcro flap there. Very simple, reinforced on the rear so that it's good and durable. Couple of little patches. So here again, the White Duck Work patch, sort of a PVC morale style patch there, which is cool. And just the final thing worth noting, at the bottom, the cuffs, good and durable, doubled up. And as you take a look again at my original pair that has considerable use, no real wear, nothing worth, you know, really being concerned about. No stitching out of place. That's another thing that's fantastic. No stitching out of place, no loose threads. Everything seemingly holding up just fine. So after a good amount of use, wonderful. All the different, you know, stitching and hardware and buttons and, you know, the zippers and whatnot, everything performing very, very well. So the White Duck Aztec Tactical Workpants, very, very nice. But what about the fit? And so here you can see the fit. Again, these are a 32, 34. I typically wear about a 33, but I dance between that 32 and 34-inch waist size, which leaves it a little bit limited. But I knew, again, with the elasticized waistband, I wouldn't have too much in the way of a problem with the 32. Now, generally speaking, you can see fairly slimlined. I mean, they're not baggy, but they're not, you know, completely skin tight and form fit. They're like that perfect sweet spot right in the middle. When you take a look at the cuff length, you can see going down pretty much to the bottom of my heels. So in boots, these are literally about the perfect length. So all in all, a great fit, nice and comfortable, do a great job for that long-term comfort, just as long as you have a shirt tucked in so that the elasticized waistband is not rubbing against your skin. But all in all, just an awesome offering from White Duck. Very, very nice. And so, all right, guys, there you have it. A look at the White Duck Aztec Tactical Workpants. Awesome. I love a good pair of cargos. I love a good pair of tactical pants. And when you combine them, just fantastic. Nicely featured, nicely outfit with bells and whistles and the little things you need to keep your everyday use and everyday needs organized on your body, in your pants, comfortable, durable, well done. So to the people at White Duck, thank you very much for providing these for review. And for the rest of you, if you like this content, do me a favor, take a look at my Outer Limitless 2 channel, which is more on the tactical and firearm side of things. At this point, that channel is growing quickly. I have a ton of videos up there. So if you like what you see here on Outer Limitless, do me a favor and check me out on Outer Limitless 2. So all right, guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.